Now Murray off play action. Steps away to his left. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw. That far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wilson. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games, because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To try again after the sack. Murray being chased out left. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Check line 54. Line 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Right there. 54, right there.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
54 is mine. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got one. I got one. Come on.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. It's Wilson. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a second down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 29, Murray forced out to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. On play action, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Flushed out right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Murray now on first down. Finds Hines again for the completion. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
That catch good for only a couple. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, this will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wilson rolling to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Koo now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Too little, got
To throw, it's Murray. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Murray. He'll check this down to Hines. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 31, Murray. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Murray now on first down, sliding out of the pocket. This to Hines on the drop-off. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He finds his man complete. It's Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6.
Yo. 45, 45.
To throw is Murray. Again, he finds Moore. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Murray to air it out again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Murray now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
54 Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Wilson wants to throw it. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3.